Today we are in the Laguna Hills scooter zone, and I'll be doing a review on the 2015 Envy Prodigy. Now normally I don't do a review right when the product comes out because, well, we need time to see how the product goes together when we put it together, how kids like it when they ride, what our riders think about it, and all that kind of good stuff. But we've got a lot of demand for us to review the 2015 Prodigy, and a lot of the parts are similar to the 2014, so we figured we'd jump the gun a little bit here and talk about it now. So at the top they have the Envy grips, some of the more comfortable grips that box scooters come with, and I'm saying that like box scooters because really no box scoot comes with a comfortable grip. They're all pretty hard and uncomfortable and not that good. These ones aren't too bad. They're fairly soft and they'll wear them pretty good. Not as good as like the ODI Softs or Animal Grip or anything like that, but for out of the box, you can take it out and ride it on the street. You're not going to get blisters on your hand or anything like that, so you're good to go there. Bar ends, Envy bar ends, they're nylon plastic kind of style, so don't last forever, but they'll do quite well and last quite a while. The bars seem a little different than the 2014s. Seem a little different angle here on the gussets, and they have the Envy logo kind of pressed into the bar right there. It's a cool little feature. It's subtle and adds a little flavor. Also, the graphics on the scoot, instead of having the weird color combos where they have like a blue scoot and orange graphics, they've kept it all simple, doing mostly silver or white graphics to make sure the scoots all match up nice, which is a great thing. The bars, they're just under 22.5 tall and just under 19.5 wide. It's something in millimeters, so the conversion rate didn't quite work out perfect in inches, but in millimeters it makes sense. As far as that goes, I wish these things would come with higher bars and a little bit wider too. I know there's a lot of kids that like this scoot, but they're too tall for it. And with the trend lately going more towards higher handlebars, it'd be best if Envy could do maybe like a 23.5 or a 24 tall, and at least 20 wide. I think that really opened up the market for these scoots, and a lot more kids would be able to ride it. But until then, if you fit 22.5 or smaller handlebars, you're good to go on this thing. Clamp is an Envy double clamp, similar to the last year's model, but it has the slots on the side, little bit to add flavor. Headset's the sealed Envy integrated headset. They spin smooth, they work great, do their job, and they're sealed, so don't have to worry about dirt and water getting in there. And that leads us to the forks. They're a CNC aluminum fork. These are different than the 2014 model because they're a little thinner in profile, a little beefier on top, and they're cut higher so they fit 125 wheels. Cool thing about that is instead of making longer fork blades and throwing off the geometry of the scoot to fit 125s, they made a fork where they can cut up higher on it and keep your same stock geometry. That way your scoot's not, wheels too low in the front and too high in the back. So you're good to go if you want to ride 110s, 100s, or 125s on this thing, or even the Envy 120s. So anything up to 125 fits good. The only downside of the fork that I think is it uses IHC, which has a smaller fork tube, which is good for a complete like this. It's a good compression, works great, just like HIC. Only problem is when you want to switch your forks, the pinch ring in the headset is thicker to accommodate for the smaller fork tube. So if you get new forks that aren't IHC, you'll have to find a new headset, or if you're lucky, you might be able to find just that pinch ring to make it compatible with the new forks. Next up, we have the deck. Envy Prodigy deck. I believe they're about 19.5 long, 4.5 wide, but let me double check the width or the length just in case. Yeah, so they're still 19.5 long, 4.5 wide. Well, just a hair to 4.5, like 4.44 or whatever millimeters is. So basically 4.5. Great deck, flat bottom, flat sides. You got a little bit elevated grind rails here that are fairly thick, that way you don't stick when you grind. The edges have a slight taper on them here, slight chamfer, so finger whips don't hurt. There's no corner to hit anymore. And the bottom's a little bit rounded too, that when you grind, if it's chunky, you don't quite stick in. These decks are great. They're lightweight, they hold up well. Simple construction, but simple's good sometimes, and they hold up good. Grip tape. Simple Envy grip tape, the graphic on the grip tape to match the graphic on the bars. I mean, it's grip tape, there's nothing special about it. I mean, it's not as grippy as the aftermarket stuff, but it'll work for now until you feel like upgrading in a month or so. The brakes on these things will fit up to a 125 wheel, so they are raised a little higher than normal to accommodate that. Flex fender's a good thing. Stay dialed, nice and quiet. Only thing with these brakes, because they are taller like this, I wouldn't run a 100 millimeter wheel with this brake, because the brake will have to flex quite a ways to get to the wheel. Two things: one, to be easier to loop out, and two, because you're flexing the metal so much, it might just snap on you. Not saying it has, because these things have only been out like a week or so, but it might, because you're flexing quite a ways. And last on the scoot is the wheels. And they came out with these new 125 wheels, they're kind of like a star kind of shape. I mean, the urethane great, it's 88A, it's grippy, it does well. As far as the cores go, they look a little generic to me. They just seem like those normal Chinese OEM wheels you find on Amazon. Not to say that these things are bad, but as far as the look of the core, I'm not really digging it. But they're fast, they're grippy, bearings are great. And these scoots come in 6 colors. They got the black and silver like this. You got black and gray. They got a purple, a red, teal. I'm missing. Oh, and green. So variety of colors of these things. They weigh in about 7.5 pounds. They're very light for what you get. And they use a chromoly bar still, so you don't have to worry about those cheap, weak aluminum handlebars on here. So you still get a light scoot with a chromoly steel bar. So you can find these guys on our website. They are $209.99. So basically $210 gets you a great complete to start with. Easy to upgrade, except for the forks. You might have to get a new headset or that pinch ring. Other than that, you're good to go. I think this will be one of our top sellers of 2015 right here. So check it out online, www.thescooterzone.com. Next week I'm going to do a review on the MV Colt, the 2015. Similar to this, a little different, so tune in for that, guys. Thanks.